packaging is technically the escrow officer's job. So if you can do something that takes a task off the escrow officer plate, it will separate you from every other signing agent out there who simply walks in their loan documents and walks out of the escrow office. What makes packaging so valuable and what makes it tough to learn is you do have to have a basic understanding of the mortgage process. But once you understand that process, it's much easier to understand the theory of packaging. There are 3 parties to every mortgage transaction. There's the escrow company, there's the title company, and there's the lender, or also known as the bank. Let's get to know who these 3 parties are and their specific roles in the mortgage process. Let's start with the escrow company. An escrow company is a licensed neutral third party that distributes legal documents and funds on behalf of a buyer and seller. Or more simply, they are the middleman. They are the police to make sure that the seller, the lender, and the borrower all follow through on their agreed upon terms. The seller doesn't get any less than what they agreed upon, and the buyer doesn't pay any more than what they agreed upon. Same goes between the borrower and the bank. The bank agreed to only charge the borrower X fees, and the escrow makes sure that borrower only gets charged X fees. Escrow is the neutral third party to make sure everyone behaves. Their role is to keep track of what's going on between the borrower and the lender and the title company. Escrow keeps records of what's going on between all parties during the mortgage transaction. Next, there's the title company. The title company makes sure that a piece of real estate is actually legitimate, then issues title insurance for that property that protects both the lender and the owner from lawsuits as a result of title disputes. Their main responsibility in mortgage transaction is to accurately record liens, lien holders, and ownership to the property in the transaction. Title's role is to be in charge of anything that's being recorded against the property. Lastly, their job is to make sure that all liens, ownership, and lien holders are recorded with the county the property resides in. Last, but definitely not least, there's the lender. The lender is the bank that is lending the money. The lender has the biggest role in the process, because without them lending the money, there would be no need for a title or escrow company. And this is the main reason why the majority of documents in your loan signings are actually lender documents. Now that you know that there's 3 parties to every mortgage transaction, the next thing you need to know is that each party wants their specific paperwork back that you had the borrower sign. Once you've returned their specific documents back to the rightful owners, the 3 parties then want copies of the other party's paperwork. And that is packaging, separating the loan documents and giving them to the rightful owner, and then giving them copies they want from the other party's paperwork. Truly understanding everyone's role in the process will make it so much easier to learn on who to give what to. For instance, if the lender is lending the money, and the note is what the borrower signs to ensure the lender gets paid back, it should make sense that the lender gets the original note. So really trying to learn why a document goes back to a specific party instead of just memorizing where it goes. So before you can understand why a certain document goes back to the respective party, you should have a good understanding of what all the documents are. Just like I have a loan signing system, I have a packaging system, something that's meant to be followed, ABC. So what I've done is created a cheat sheet where it's a very simple, methodical way to package loan documents. So don't overthink it. What you need to be doing at every single package that you do early on is you make sure you bring out the cheat sheet that I created for you guys. This is a very simple way of having to package loan documents. So let's get started. So let's get started actually how to use the cheat sheet for packaging. Remember, part 1 of the packaging system is make copies. So the way you read the cheat sheet is you start with the very far left column. The far left column tells you exactly what documents that need to be copied. Then you go to the far right column of the cheat sheet and that tells you how many copies to make of that specific document. So we can still start top to bottom and then go to the very far right and see how many copies you need to make of that particular document. So there's 3 steps to the packaging system. You just learned step 1, which is making copies. Step 2 is placing the originals. So I've rearranged the packaging station so you can get a better idea for the purpose of shooting this video, but just understand really quickly that a packaging section would look very much like this empty desk to my right with the copy machine to the left. But for the sake of the video, I rearrange it so I can demonstrate better to you. But I'm going to end with this, is that they always will have place available for you to package loan docs, so don't think you'll be stuck in a corner or in a broom closet. The escrow companies want you to package so they make it as convenient as possible for you. But anyways, I digress. Part 2 of the packaging system is placing the original. So remember when we got done making all the copies after step 1, we've left everything on the copy machine. All the originals, copies that you made of, are still in the copy machine. Remember, there was a stack of originals that didn't need copies at all. They're still right here. And then we still have our cheat sheet on the copy machine. So what we're going to do is now place these originals to where they need to go. So for video demonstration purposes, I've made the 3 stacks that we're going to need to make. I apologize for my terrible handwriting, but I'm good at stamping things. But nonetheless, we have the escrow, we have the title, and we have the lender packages. So I want to make sure you guys understand where I'm placing these originals and to whom they're going to. So now you know escrow has all the copies that they need and they have all their originals. You know the title company has all the copies they need and they have their originals. And you know the lender has all their copies and all their originals. So all we do is put these together. Just like this, and then you get the binder clippers. Once again, these binder clippers, and I've kind of did a makeshift version here so I can show you how to package. But once again, when you're having a packaging section like this, there will literally be a place for binders, there will literally be a place for paper clips, there will literally be trash cans, there will literally be a copy machine. So for the sake of this video, obviously I have it nice and handy, but don't think that you have to search for these binder clippers. You don't need to pay for the binder clippers. All of this is on the escrow's dime. You just need to learn how to package. They take care of everything else. Anyhow, I digress. So we have the escrow package. We have the title package. And now you know why it's called packaging. So the escrow company literally puts this in their file. The title, they literally ship this to the title company. And all you have left is the lender package. When you master how to package, you will be better than 90% of loan signing agents out there, period. I look forward to helping you become a great loan signing agent.